sure. As long as you don't trip and fall like your brother.
WWE Universe today. And today we've got a story that's been tearing at the hearts of fans everywhere. It's a gut-wrenching one, folks, and it's got everyone talking. Jey Uso has just given a heartbreaking update about his twin brother, Jimmy Uso. Yeah, you heard that right. The legendary Uso brothers, two of the most beloved superstars in WWE history, are now at the center of a drama that has shaken the very core of the wrestling world. If you've been following WWE lately, you know things have been getting intense. Just a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, we witnessed something brutal. Something that left us all in shock. Gunther, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion, unleashed a vicious assault on Jimmy Uso after their match. It wasn't just a beatdown, it was personal. And now, with Jimmy's future at WrestleMania 41 hanging in the balance, Jey Uso has taken to social media with an update that has left us all worried. Will Jimmy be able to make it to the biggest show of the year? Or is his dream of competing at WrestleMania over? Let's dive deep into this story, breaking down the assault, the aftermath, and what this means for the Uso brothers, WrestleMania 41, and the WWE Universe. Setting the scene, Monday Night Raw, March 31st, 2025. The atmosphere on Monday Night Raw was electric. The crowd was hyped, the energy was off the charts, and the stage was set for another unforgettable night. Jimmy Uso stepped into the ring, prepared to face the monstrous Gunther in a non-title match. Now, we all know Jimmy. He's a former tag team champion, a WWE veteran, and half of the legendary Usos. He's been through countless battles, but Gunther is a whole different beast. The Austrian powerhouse, with his relentless strength and devastating technique, had already established himself as a dominant force in WWE since his debut. As the World Heavyweight Champion, he was untouchable. Jimmy had his work cut out for him. The match itself was competitive, with Jimmy pulling out all the stops, hitting his signature moves, and even landing a stunning splash on Gunther. The crowd was on its feet, cheering for the underdog. But in the end, Gunther's power proved too much. With a sickening precision, Gunther locked Jimmy into a sleeper hold, suffocating the life out of him. The referee had no choice but to call for the bell, declaring Gunther the victor. But that's when things took a dark turn. The assault. Gunther's ruthless message. As the bell rang, signaling the end of the match, the crowd's cheers quickly turned to boos. Gunther wasn't finished yet. He kept the sleeper hold locked in, refusing to release it, even after the match was over. The referee desperately tried to intervene, but Gunther was sending a message, and he wasn't going to let anyone stand in his way. The crowd was in a frenzy, booing loudly, but Gunther didn't care. He had a point to prove. In an instant, Jey Uso stormed down the ramp, determined to protect his brother. He rushed into the ring, tackling Gunther and driving him off Jimmy. The crowd erupted, cheering for Jey as he helped Jimmy to his feet. But just as it seemed like the situation was under control, Gunther struck again. It was as if he had been waiting for this moment. Out of nowhere, Gunther blindsided Jey Uso, attacking him with brutal precision. He tied Jey to the ropes with a zip tie, trapping him in place, unable to help his brother. And that's when the true horror unfolded. The aftermath. Jimmy's injury and Jey's desperation. The scene after the assault was one of chaos. Jimmy Uso was stretchered out of the arena, bloodied and battered, while Jey Uso was left in the ring, screaming in fury and helplessness. The next day, WWE's official social media accounts confirmed the worst. Jimmy Uso had been hospitalized with serious injuries. Reports began to trickle in. Broken ribs, a concussion, and stitches for the gruesome gash on his forehead. The injuries were bad, and they were serious. But the biggest question on everyone's mind was whether or not Jimmy would be able to recover in time for WrestleMania 41. The grandest stage of them all was just weeks away, April 19th and 20th, 2025 in Las Vegas. and Jimmy was supposed to play a major role. He was expected to be in Jey's corner during his match against Gunther, and there was even speculation that he might get involved in some bloodline drama. But now, with his future uncertain, everything was up in the air. Could Jimmy recover in time? Or was his dream of competing at WrestleMania gone? Fans were divided. Some believed that Jimmy's injuries were too severe and that he wouldn't be cleared in time. Others remained hopeful, holding on to the belief that the Usos were built from a different kind of toughness, that Jimmy would defy the odds and make it to Mania. But one thing was certain. The WWE Universe was holding its breath. And just when it seemed like we would have to wait for an official update, Jey Uso broke his silence. Jey's heartbreaking update. The reality sets. Jey Uso took to social media, and the news he delivered wasn't easy to hear. With a heavy heart, he posted the following. My brother Jimmy's still in the hospital. Docs say he's not cleared to wrestle, and they don't know if he'll be ready by Mania. This hurts. Y'all pray for him. Boom. That was it. The gut punch we all feared. Jimmy Uso may miss WrestleMania 41. The doctors weren't clearing him, and with the clock ticking down, his future at the event was uncertain. This wasn't just another storyline. It was real life crashing into the ring, and it hit us all hard. Jey's follow-up post was even more emotional. I'm fighting for both of us at Mania. Jimmy's my heart, and I'm bringing that title home for him. It was raw, it was heartfelt, and it was a plea for strength. Jey wasn't just fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship anymore. He was fighting for his brother, for their legacy, and for everything they had built together. The WWE Universe rallied behind Jey, sending messages of support and hope. But as we all know, hope can only go so far when you're up against a force like Gunther. The legacy of the Usos, brothers, legends, and warriors. To understand just how deep this story cuts, we need to take a look at the history of the Usos. Jey and Jimmy are more than just a tag team. They're family, brothers, twins, born on August 22, 1985, in San Francisco, California. The sons of the legendary Rikishi, they grew up in a wrestling dynasty. Their cousins, Roman Reigns and The Rock, were icons in their own right. Wrestling wasn't just a career for the Usos, it was in their blood. Since debuting in WWE in 2010, the Usos have been the backbone of the tag division. They've won the tag team championships a staggering 7 times, headlined pay-per-views, and put on some of the greatest matches WWE has ever seen. From their legendary battles with The New Day to their epic clashes with the Wyatt family, the Usos have been there, delivering in ways no other tag team could. But what made them special wasn't just their chemistry in the ring. It was their bond, their twin connection, the way they could finish each other's sentences, always having each other's backs. WrestleMania 41. The fight of Jey's life. WrestleMania 41 is just around the corner, and Jey Uso has the biggest match of his career ahead of him. He's challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, something he's never held before. But now, with Jimmy sidelined, the stakes are higher than ever. It's not just about the title, it's about revenge. Gunther didn't just hurt Jimmy, he humiliated him in front of Jey, and that's something that no one can forget. The question is, can Jey keep his focus? Gunther is a machine, cold, calculated, and ruthless. He's been dominating WWE for years, and he won't let emotions get in his way. Jey has the heart and the drive, but does he have the focus to take down a monster like Gunther? It's a toss-up, and that's what makes this story so gripping. Fans are split. Some believe Jey has what it takes to overcome the odds and bring the title home for both him and Jimmy. Others are skeptical, pointing out that Gunther has never been beaten, and with Jimmy out, Jey is vulnerable. One thing's for sure. This is must-see television. As we count down to WrestleMania 41, the uncertainty looms. Will Jimmy make a miracle recovery? Will Jey get his revenge? Or will Gunther's reign of terror continue? The only thing we know for sure is that this rivalry is far from over. Thanks for joining me on this emotional roller coaster Suplex Saga, fam. If you're hyped for WrestleMania 41, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. We've got more coming. Drop your thoughts below. Will Jimmy make it to Mania? Can Jey beat Gunther? Let's talk. I'm reading every comment. This is your name signing off. Stay strong, wrestling fam. See you next time.